Today's lesson, we're going to be writing linear equalities, okay? So what's an equality? Can someone tell me what's an equality? It's a mathematical sentence, right? We have what? The symbols that are what? Greater than, less than, or equal to. We're also going to have one that is called what? When it's not equal to. So normally when we have one that is not equal to, it's going to look like this. Okay? Or vice versa, okay? That means it is not equal. The equation does not equal. Or there's no solution to the set. Okay, so if you notice on the first slide, you have the key phrases, which are less than. Another key word is going to be fewer than. Or greater than is more than. Less than or equal to is at most, is no more than. So always pay attention to those keywords, okay? It's greater than or equal to, you're going to have is at least, and it's no less than, okay? Let's go on to our second slide. Everybody's there? It's telling us to what? Write equations. What happened, Ethan? Okay. The first one tells us what? A number W minus 3.5 is less than or equal to negative 2. The first thing I want you guys to do is highlight. Okay, highlight. Let's separate the sentence here. What do you guys think it's together here? A number W minus 3.5 is less than or equal to negative 2. What should I highlight? Let's start highlighting and separating the equation. What do we have? A number minus 3.5. So that's going to be our what? A number W. So W is going to be the representation, correct? So I'm going to have W minus what? W minus 3.5, correct? Is less than or equal to. That's going to be another what? Highlighted part of the sentence, okay? Break down what the sentence is asking you. So we're going to have what? Is less than or equal to what number? Negative what? Negative 2. So that's going to be your answer. Who wants to help out on the second one? Who wants to tell me what it is? What should I highlight on the second one? Anyone? Plus 5 will be what? A number n plus 5. That will be together, correct? So that is one part of the sentence. A number plus 5. What number can we use? A number will be what? The variable, correct? So it's going to be n plus 5. But at the beginning, I have what? 3 is less than, correct? 3 is less than. The next example, we have 0 is greater than or equal to twice a number x plus 1. Again, break down the part of the sentence that is asking you so that you could write the inequality. 0 will be what? Do you think 0 is what the word is means? Is already basically, it's like the equal, right? It's your answer. So is going to be what? But we do not know what's this telling us it is what? 0? It's going to be 0 is greater than or equal to, correct? To twice what? A number. What does twice a number will be? What will be the representation of it? What is it? 2x plus what? Plus 1. If you pay attention to each single part of the sentence, you're able to break it down and pay attention to what it's asking you, okay? A lot of kids forget to do what? Just write something down. Because they're not reading carefully the sentence. All right, did we copy this? Can we go on to the next slide? Okay, the next slide is sketching the graphs of linear equation, okay? Sketching the graphs. A solution of an inequality is the value that makes the inequality true. So the solution is going to be the what? If it's going to be true. An equality can have more than one solution. It can have more than one solution. Remember with last week's equations, we had what? Infinitely many solutions, no solution, and one solution, correct. The set of all solutions of an equality is called a solution set. That means that you're able to plug in or substitute certain numbers and the equation still makes it what? True. So we're going to work on that so you could see. Go on to the next slide. Tell whether -4 is a solution of the inequality. So what does that mean? Where am I going to plug in -4 to? To x, correct. So let's see if it's true. Let's see if -4 is a solution of the equality. So I'm going to rewrite -4 plus 8 is less than -3. What's -4 plus 8? 4, not -4. Is 4 less than -3? That means it is not a solution. Not a solution. Not a solution of the inequality. On B is telling me to do what? Substitute again, x for -4, correct? So if I plug in, I'm going to have -4.5 times what? -4 is greater than -21. What's -4.5 times -4? Am I going to get a positive? Just by looking at it, am I going to get a positive? So that's the first thing. What's -4.5 times -4? What is it? 18. Close. 18. Is 18 greater than -21? That means that is a solution, okay? Is a solution. So -4 is a solution for B. Make sure you guys write this down. So you could, when you do your classwork homework, you're able to go back to notes, especially when we're studying. All right, let's go on to the next slide. The graph of inequality shows the solution set of the inequality on a number line. On a number line. Okay, an open circle means what? Who can tell me what an open circle is? What's an... Yes, Miller. Yes.
So, like, if you write a graph, like, x is greater than or equal to, like, b, something like that, you could open circle, you could close circle.
Okay, it is when it's not a what? When it's not a solution. Okay, an open circle is used when a number is not a solution. And a closed circle is what? When a number is a solution. So an arrow to the left or right shows the graph continues in that direction. So if you have an open circle, what does it mean? Is it a solution or not a solution? Not. And if it's closed, is it a solution or not a solution? Now, one thing that I want you guys, look on the next slide, is to pay attention. Pay attention to this. When you have the variable first, that means an example. This is going to be an example. When you have the variable first here, whichever way, this is just a shortcut so you can pay attention, wherever, whether it be greater than, less than, equal to, do you feel that it is pointing to, that is where you're going to do what? Shade in that part. So let's say it is number A. It tells me y is what? Less than or greater than -3. So I'm going to, is it open or closed? It's closed, right? And which way am I going? To the right or to the left? To the what? To the right? To the left. I'm going to the left. Why? If you pay attention, that's what I was talking to you guys about. Pay attention to where it looks. This is y is greater than or less than -3. Which way is this pointing towards? Which way? That way, to the left. Now, if it would have been -3 is greater than or less than y, would I be going the same way? Huh? I'm going the same way. Why? The variable, so you're basically, look where the variable's at. My variable here is over here. Yes, Paris?
Wait, I don't understand what the closed circle and open circle.
We're going to go through it again. Just give me a few. So if you pay attention, look where your variable's at. My variable on this is over here, right? On this set of solution is where? On the left-hand side. And this one is where? On my right-hand side. Is it still the same? Is y still less than -3? Is -3 greater, no, less than or equal to -3, correct? Is -3 greater to or less than y? It's the same way. All you're doing is what? Rewriting it the opposite way. It's still going. So pay attention. Okay, pay attention. If your variable is first over here, you're going to graph whichever way the arrow of this looks like. If your variable is on the second part of the solution set, you're going to do you're going still the opposite way. Got it? Look at number B. Look at B. B is telling me it's 2. Is it going to be open or closed? It's going to be what? Open. And which way am I going? To the what? To the right. You're going the opposite way. So I'm going to have you, we're going to check it. I'm going to tell you as to why. And C. I keep saying number and it's letters. C is what? 0, right? Is it open or closed? Open, correct? And I'm going the same way. Got it? Now, pay attention to where the variable is at. So I'm going to explain something. Let's say I am going to input. Look at the first one. You're going to get either the left or the right number. Look at A. It's telling me it's what? -3, right? Correct? Looking at A. Tell me the number to the right or to the left. Does that matter of A, of -3? In example A. What's next to -3? Huh? Any number. To the right or to the left? What is it, Noah? Uh-huh. Which number? Yes, Miller.
To the right.
To the right, which number? Give me a number. To the right or to the left of -3?
4. Positive.
You're giving me +4? Yeah. Is 4 less than or greater than -3? I'm sorry. Is 4 less than or equal to -3? So, any number to the right-hand side of that -3 is going to make the statement what? Not true. But now, give me a number to now to the left-hand side.
-2.
To the left-hand side of -3. -5. Let's see, we plug in -5. Is -5 less than or equal to -3? That is true. So that means whatever number that is after -3 on the left-hand side, you could plug in whatever, the statement is going to be what? True. That's why it's called, those are the solution sets, okay? Any number that's going to be to your left-hand side is going, after the -3 is going to be what? It includes -3. Why? If I have here -3, is -3 less than or equal to -3? So you have to what? Include the -3. From that number and on your left-hand side is going to make the statement true. But now let's look at B. We have what? 2 is less than, give me a number to the right or to the left of 2. 4. Is 4 less than 4? I'm sorry. Is 2 less than 4? Yes. What if I put input, let's say 7? Is 2 less than 7? But now let's say I put, that's the best way for you to check if you're going the right way. Use the numbers right next to each other to figure it out. What if I put 1? Is 2 less than 1? No. That means that if you're shading in the other way, you have it incorrect. Just pick one of the numbers. Normally, just the one next to each other. And that will help you to decide which way to what? To shade it. Okay? So, but remember, can I include 2? Can it be 2? That's why it's closed set. Who asked me that question? Paris, no? That's why it's closed set. Can you have the 2 be, is 2 less than 2? So that why it's closed. Now, if I would have had the 2 is less than or equal to 2, then it's an open set. Got it? All right, let's go on to the next slide. The next slide, it says the graph, we're going to write the inequality from the graphs. The graph shows the height restriction, which is h in inches, for 2 rides at an amusement park. Write inequality that represents the height restriction of each ride. Okay, ride A. The thing I like to do most is first I start with my variable. Why? Because when I'm going to graph, I don't have to think about, that's the way I learned it. I don't have to think where I have to flip it or not. It's going to be easier for me to just visualize it, right? So I already know I'm going to start with H, right? I'm going to start with H. And then I'm going to figure out if it's going to be closed or open. Is it open or closed? Is what? It's closed, right? So that means it's going to be greater than, equal to, or less than or equal to. In this case, which way am I going? So it's going to be what? Greater than or equal to what number? What number is exactly there? 48, and that's your answer. That's all you're doing. Ride B, I'm going to again start with what? With H. And is it open or closed? It's open, so that means it's going to be less than or greater than, correct? In this case, what number is it at? 50? 52. Is H greater than or less than 52? Which one is it? Less than. Okay. Can I go on to the next slide? So in the next slide, we have the concept summary, okay? What we are doing here in algebra. Pay attention to where the words are, which way the inequality symbol is pointing to, and where are your variables. So 3 key things, okay? Where your variable is at determines which way you're going to shade in, Got it? So, use these notes to help you.